Hey everybody, this is Scraticus2001 and welcome to another video. Now today, I kind of have noticed that in recent times, people have been going more of like going into the YouTube profession, which I can understand, if it's something that they like, it's their choice. However, I'm sorry Virus, not right now. I do see your message, but not right now. But, I at least would like to give at least some possible steps that could possibly help you out in your endeavors if you are thinking about going into the YouTube profession. First one being profession. Now, what do I mean by profession? Well, I mean more of what type of content creator do you want to be? Do you want to be a live streamer, a live stream artist, a Q&A live stream talker, or even like here, what I'm doing right now? Those are just very few examples. There's a lot of content creators that could be out there. And deciding which one you want to go for first is actually a good way to make sure you understand what you're getting into. And whether you understand what profession you want to get into, that in itself can be a bit of an experience. You might learn something you never knew you thought of before in terms of things. For example, for example, I honestly would have thought of starting my YouTube channel on my VR headset. But the reason being I was so invested into it is because of a couple of YouTubers that I've seen before. For example, Cyber Chimp, or Cyborg Chimp, him for one, VR Lolithan. Those two are very good examples. Heck, even Markiplier got into the VR headset for a bit of time. But yeah, that right there is my first step recommendation. For example, again, figure out what profession of content creator, if you want content creator you want to be first. Second up, saving. Now, what do I mean by saving? Well, okay, for example, my headset, I had to save money in order to do so. Now, I know that a lot of you probably gonna be saying ugh, I gotta save money for this. Well, yeah, everything needs money in order for things to go. In fact, actually, because of how my software, for example, the only thing I had for any software editing, whenever I tried it, was on my phone. That worked for a tiny bit before it decided to just break. So I'm waiting until it's getting my own PC in order for me to get a bit much more editing software, get my headset to connect to the PC, everything. And also part 2 of involving saving everything, I forgot to include this, but figuring out income. Now, what do I mean by that? So say for example, again, I'm going to use me as an example. I never started a YouTube thing until a little bit later. That was because I was more focused on savings, aka getting money and stuff like that. So I recommend one of two things: getting a part-time job early, whether you're let's just say earliest mid-high school range. Because keep in mind, studying is a good important thing. And that is just one time frame I would recommend. That's the earliest. If you have a full-time job, I recommend whenever you are comfortable, or at the very least when you've discovered your profession. And now, on to the third bit. Planning. Now, what do I mean by planning? Well, for example, you need to figure out what times you want to do. For example, I'm sorry if this is going to be repetitive. I'm using me as an example a good bit, but you'll be able to understand what I mean by this. Say, for example, me. Again, I tend to upload 2 types of videos, or at least try to upload 2 videos at the very every single weekend. One every single day of the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Now, those two just really? 2 videos back to back? That has to be very stressful. Not really. Again, if you figure out your profession and stuff like that, you don't really have to worry about all that type of stuff. All you need to do is just figure out the planning of when you want to do it. For example, if you want to say you want to be a live streamer, you have to plan and figure out what points do you want to live stream, or what time you want to start your live stream. That's actually why everyone tends to post on like their YouTube channels a lot, like saying, "Hey, I'm live streaming so and so on this time of day," and stuff like that. And I hope to see you there. Which, by the way, I know this is a bit of a shameless plug, but I do have an X profile, aka Twitter profile. You guys can follow me there. It's linked to my channel down below, as well as me having a Discord channel, but Discord server. But that's still in the process working. But yeah, again, shameless plug out of the entire thing. But yeah, those things right now. And keep in mind, we're just on the 2 to 3 bits. That right there is pretty indicative of like how far this thing can go. Also, by the way, this whoever's channel this music belongs to, it belongs to them. I have no idea who this music belongs to, but I do apologize if it gets like copyright strike. I'll lower the music a little bit, volume a little bit, just in case. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, for this creators, for the person who made this world, this is the creator. Here, one sec. Let me do it better like this. The creator of this world is by Paul. So yeah, give him a follow. He made some pretty nice, chill, relaxing worlds. But yeah, again, once you figure out what times you want to do it and stuff like that, it's pretty much easy to figure out what you're going to do next. Now, the next thing that I'm going to be talking about, and this one actually I am going to walk a little bit this way, because he does make some pretty good fine art. I mean, look at this. Next bit, experiment. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean more of experiment with what you have before you go into experiment with others. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, basically, experiment with what you can do. For example, say with me, I want to experiment more with, actually with one of my previous videos. It was where I actually asked you guys, hey, if you kind of like this type of content, let me know down in the comments down below and stuff like that. Because I actually used my phone to record like a video, which was indicative of me essentially having it as an experiment, as well as it being a time crunch. Now, admittedly, I know that's not part of my plan or anything, but I do try to like keep it like in the sets thing, which involves the plan, aka having a schedule with me. That's why I call it with me. I don't call it a plan. I call it a schedule. Rant aside, essentially, just if you see something that kind of like somewhat branches, or you think, this actually seems it could work quite well with my art style or stuff like that, give it a try and see if you like it. And if other people like it, that's good. If you like it and other people don't like it, that's fine as well. If you don't like it but other people like it, that's also fine too. Everyone has their own opinions. Which that also reminds me, I forgot to write this down before we continue onward from experiment. Take criticism not to heart, but through your head. Think of it like this. Say, for example, someone in my comments says, like, you're a furry. And my response would be this. Yes, I am a furry. And honestly, if you have any more questions or concerns, let me know. That is just the thing is. Okay. Here's a short story. I myself had that happen to me before. Someone in VR was like, you're a furry, you should end the game yourself and stuff like that. And someone was trying to yell right beside me. Sorry, JML, just give me a minute. But yeah, essentially, he kept on saying things. Someone yelled at me. I took the criticism in. I then went to the guy who was yelling, trying to defend me, being like, "Hey, dude, I do appreciate you like trying to help me out a little bit, but it's not going to work. But I do appreciate you trying to defend me, but yelling is not going to be helping things." And to the other guy, whoever came to his words, I answered them calmly, rationally. Essentially, kind of like if you asked like a normal question, essentially. And do keep in mind that some people will never have pretty bad experiences. It's good, which is also part of the whole entire criticism thing, is involving understanding that other people may not have the same perspective. That's fine. Everyone has their own perspectives. Everyone has their own tastes. Everything. Just do keep that in mind. Now, I'm sorry about blasting your ears for that long. We'll continue onward with the next bit here soon. Just let me clean this up. I'm sorry I don't get yelled at by Paul. By the creator of this world, Paul. Whoopsies. Alright, we're on to the next bit of the entire thing. Of which that being, whether you're wanting to do it as a job, or for fun. Now, what do I mean by this? Another example. Again, continuing on with, me. Jeepers. Florida Soda, calm down! For example, I myself am a person who doesn't upload YouTube for a job, or even just for money. I do it to entertain you guys, and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on certain things. And if you guys since a couple people seem to enjoy it, aka being 66 subscribers. By the way, another shameless plug, but if you would like to like more of this content, like and subscribe down below. But yeah, again, I normally just upload just for your guys' entertainment, as well as, I don't know, just for the heck of it. Essentially kind of like a hobby. However, there are a good portion of people who see it more as like a job. Which, that's fine. Just know that if you're starting at a very young age, you are going to have to figure out more about certain stuff a lot more earlier than you should be. Now, what do I mean by that? No. If you're thinking like I'm saying, like, you know, try being an adult early. No. I'm saying more of educate yourself on some bits here and there, so that way you at least get the fundamentals, aka the beginning of the entire thing. And sometimes, yes, it can be nice to have like money and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's also good to understand, hey, other people do it for entertainment, or it's their hobby, or essentially like a digital dictionary, or like a diary. That's fine in its own right too. Now we're on to the next, and I think I remember the final bit. Yeah, with the final bit. And that being... oh yeah, right, I placed it over here. Pacing. Now, what do I mean by pacing? Well, I mean... Okay, essentially what I said earlier, involving with the plan... Kind of like the same thing with planning. If you need, like, a break and stuff like that, like, for example, me, I was in a situation where I was not ready emotionally. I tried taking a break. I accidentally took longer than I should have from VR. And that is a bit my fault. I was not keeping an eye on my pacing. Now, granted, some people are a lot more faster than others, but do keep in mind about the people around you. Some are faster, some are slower, some are in the middle. And that's fine. Because not everyone is like the same. One sec, Florida. And again, if you keep yourself like, god dang. If you keep yourself like at a constant pace, again, you should be fine. And that in its own, and that right now is that is my video. Man, that's actually very nice. But yeah, I hope you all did enjoy this video, even if it's slightly educational, which is something I have done in the past, but not completely done. But again, I hope you all did enjoy, and again, whoever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, take care, and hey, if this inspired you to become a YouTuber, then hey, welcome to the YouTube crew. If not, and you just wanted to know some more info, then hey, I appreciate you at least staying by to at least enjoy the content, as well as enjoy some educatedness, I guess. Anyway, take care, folks, and see you next time.